breaks coming.
Hi everybody, welcome to Total Strength. My name is Maureen. Total Strength is a full body strength workout from toe to head. We'll start with a warm-up in just a moment, but I want to just show some of the equipment that I have today. I do have a mat, and I consider part of my equipment a bottle of water, so make sure you have some water handy. And then I have a variety of weights. For me, I have a set of light, medium, and heavy for what is those ranges for me personally. And whatever you have at home is what you have, so work with that. I'll talk about what to do if you have lighter or heavier weights than what I'm working with when we get to the various exercises. The other thing that I have, though, is to do a kettlebell swing. I have one really heavy weight, so you can do this movement. We're going to do some kettlebell inspired swings, and you can do those with either one really heavy weight, the heaviest weight that you have, or if you don't have weights or you have lighter weights, I will talk about that as well. But basically with the kettlebell swing, which we'll be doing later on in the workout, you're going to want to really work on engaging the abs and working the hips and the quads to move forward as you bring your arms up. If you're doing that correct engagement and that correct form, it kind of won't matter if you have a weight or not, and it won't matter if you have a lighter weight than the weight that I have. Anyway, all that in mind, I'm going to get started and we'll get going. All right, let's first check in with our bodies. Come into a medium stance weightlifting position, toes forward, knees soft, neutral pelvis. Bring the shoulders up, back, and down. Let's take a breath in through the nose and push out. So using this time to check in with your body, what does it need today? What do you have access to today? And let's reset those shoulders one more time. Bring them up, back, and down. March it out and rotate at the shoulders. So just working through, warming up and getting the joints moving, and reverse. Getting the feet moving, so we got a little bit of coordination. All right, let's keep those feet moving and bring them out a little bit wider. Reach in front. So cross the body and rotate at the hips. Tap the toe. So just adding that curve in front. All right, step behind and reach. Lift up high and tap behind. I have a hinge here at my waist, or I'm kind of leaning forward. My core needs to support this movement. Reach up over. Stay here, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, push back with your triceps and tap your legs behind. So every time you're pushing back, I want you to think about engaging your triceps right there and tap it back. We got 4, 3, 2, and march it out wide. Wide march. Arms come up. They're right out here. Bring them in and out. Waking up the biceps. Stay in this wide stance. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring the arms down right to the side. Come down low and lift. Down into our squat, but it's a wide squat. Initiate from the hips. Arms are right here. Bring them up and down. Bring them up as you go down. So waking up our deltoids, our outer shoulder. Lift and lower. So I'm looking straight at you. Every time I come down, my head and neck comes out of alignment. Now that you know what I'm doing, find a spot on the floor that you can look at that's down and slightly ahead. All right, 2 more. Last one. Stay down here and pulse it out. So getting that blood flow to our big muscle groups. 4, 3, 2, last one, and bring it up. March it in. Tap behind. Add that rotation at the waist so the hips are turning side to side. Add that cross in front. Every time you cross, blow your air out. 4, 3, 2, last set, then march it out. March it right here. We're going to step back a little further. Bring it down, tap, down, and tap. So alternating curtsy. Every time you come up, lift an arm up. All right, now both arms, lift, lower. So check in with your balance and stability as you're doing these movements. 4, 3, 2, last one, stay here, march it out wide. Knee up and rotate, side to side. Now really think about that knee pulling in. We're warming up, but we might as well get some core work in. We got 4, 3, 2. Last one, bring that knee in front and punch. So you're crunching right here, navel coming back toward the spine. 4, 3, 2, a little bit of balance work. Double it up. Now if you want more balance challenge, don't put that foot down. Blow your air out right there. One more this side, one more this side, single it out. We got crunch through the abs. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, then march it out. Keep those arms up, step out wide. Bring it in and out. Check out the knees. They should have a soft bend. Blow your air out right there. All right, couple more. Shoulders down away from the ears. Last one, hold it here. Push up, bring it down. Up and down. Elbows stay in front if you want. So I want you to be able to see my face, but if you want, you can bring those arms together. And I can't do that anyway because there's a mic right there. We got 4, 3, 2, last one, bring those arms down. Rotate through the shoulders. Keep the feet moving as you rotate through the shoulders. So our heart rates are just a little bit up, not in cardio zone, but just slightly elevated so that we have recruited movement of blood toward all of our muscles. All right, tap it in front. Last thing, so opening up, everything that we're doing is about opening up the hips. I meant last thing with the hips. We do got a couple more things. All right, stand tall, knees are soft. We're gonna move our spine. So rotate the torso all the way around and reverse. Come back to the center, rock the hips, side to side. And we're gonna go right into some squats. So step it out so that your feet are out a little bit past the hips. Toes are forward. We're initiating at the hips. Reach your butt back and squeeze up. Every time you come up, I want you to squeeze your glute muscles. Every time you come down, try to keep your heart out toward me. So not coming forward but that squat is coming from the quads and the glutes. All right, so just simple squat to begin, and we're gonna add on. All right, we're gonna come down and pulse it. 3, 2, 1, lift. 3, 2, 1, lift. 2 more. 3, 2, 1, lift. 3, 2, 1, lift. Drop down, pulse. 2, 3, lift your leg. Pulse. 2, 3, other leg. So lots of stability needing to happen in your hips and working those abs. Lift. 3, 2, 1, lift. Also, you got a lot of ankle stability. 3, 2, 1, last time on this side. Now single it out. Down, lift, down, lift. Bring those arms up. 4, 3, 2, last one, shake it out. All right, we're right away gonna go into some kind of modified burpee. We're gonna step down, step out, hold that plank, and step in or jump in and hold down low. So come down, step it out, hold your plank, step in or hop in, hold right here. Drop it down, step it out or hop it out, hold, pop in, up, hold, down, pop, up, hold, down, pop it out, up, hold. You can stay with those walking arms. We're really trying to get that lower body. Now, what I want you to think about when you come back, right here, try to drop your butt down as low as you can, pop it up, then bring it back. So then we're really getting deep into the upper part of the thigh. Again, in, hold that. Right here, we got 2 more. Last one. Right here, and let's bring it up. We're gonna do more with that upper thigh. I'm gonna grab some water, and whatever is your heaviest weight today is what we are gonna grab. So whatever heavy weight of the day you have, or no weight, we are gonna do a kettlebell inspired swing. So hold on at the top, step out wide, bring the weight down. So shoulders are up, back, and down, even though you're holding this weight in front. Drop down, weight comes down between the legs, and you get the swing going. So this momentum is what's gonna bring that weight up. I'm gonna set it down for just a moment. So as we come up, my arms are gonna stay straight, and that push is coming from the quads and the glutes, not even from the shoulders. It's that momentum that's gonna bring that weight up. We're gonna do a set of 12. Heart rate is gonna go up. If you have no weights, you're still doing that same movement. You can add a little more by lifting the heels up a little bit at that upper part of the movement. All right, let's set it up. One last thing at the end, if you got that weight, when I say stop or we hit 12, when you get back here, this weight should have to swing a little bit to stop, and that will show you that you've had enough momentum going on. All right, flat back, bring it down. Let's get that weight moving and start the swing. Lift, coming up. So you kind of come down into a squat and thrust forward. So you can have a pretty heavy weight. I think this is 6. We have 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. And see how that swings at the end. That's because I had so much momentum with that thrust. It had nothing to do with the shoulders. All right, we're gonna take a break right there. We will come back to that and do a second set. We're gonna come into some curtsy squats. So you can grab either medium or light weights or no weight. we are going to do a curtsy squat, add some bicep curls, and add some overheads. That overhead, as soon as we get up here and we're in a curtsy squat, that stability is going to be challenged. I got my medium weights. We'll see if I can handle it. Okay, we're going to step down in that curtsy squat and tap it out. So here's the regular curtsy squat. Here's what I want you to think about. As you come down, I'm just naturally going to hinge here at the hips and come forward. But that is only because I'm stepping and coming down lower. So don't come back and drop down. Engage your abs and hold yourself up. All right, down, tap it out. Now we're going to add our bicep curl, and then we'll add on that overhead press. So bring it down and press. Down and press. So down, lift, up overhead. Down, bicep, overhead. Down, bicep, overhead. We're working the hips, obviously the shoulders, our biceps, our quads. It's pretty much a full body workout. We're going to do 2 more. Here is our last one. And release. Hang on to those weights. We're going to hit the other side. Did your heart rate go up? It might have, because we're working our large muscle groups. So we're going to step behind on the other leg. Just start with that curtsy squat. It could feel different on each leg. Reminder, as you're coming down, should not be hinging forward. You're just going to drop forward slightly, only because your hips are hinging. All right, we're going to add that bicep overhead press. Down, bicep up, push up overhead. When you are here, you are slightly off balance because this outer leg, you're up on the toe rather than in a flat foot. So you're also getting just a little bit of balance work, working that over that outer hip. And blow your air out every time. 3 more. We got 3, 2, and here's our last one. And release. We can set these weights down, grab some water. We're moving onto the legs. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. We just did some overhead presses, quite a few in fact. You do not need to do overhead presses for this, but some people might wish to. But let me show you the movement. Let me grab my water. All right, so we're going to do a reverse lunge and drive our knee up. Some people on that drive, you might want to do the overhead press, or you might want to do a front raise. I'll show that option just in case, but not necessary because there's a lot of work going on. So 1 foot forward, and then the other leg is going to come back into a lunge. What I want you to focus on is a really good, strong lunge every time. And what that looks like is this front knee, when you come back, stays over the ankle or even slightly behind, not coming forward. These toes are forward, these hips are forward, this back knee is driving down toward the floor. So that's my reverse lunge. I'm going to come up to a knee and come back. So you see, I can add these arms. You can do that with or without weights. I'm going to keep the weights out of it just because I'm going to focus myself on the stability through the ankles and the hips. All right, and the knees, of course. So let's set it up. Here's our supporting leg, stepping back and driving that knee up. Step back, come down low, and drive up. Here is the thing with this. When you go lower, you keep going. I have seen this in person in the studio. When people go lower, they sometimes come forward. If you're going to go lower, make sure that lower comes from back here versus that upper body. Hopefully you kept going. Let's do a set of 4 right here. Driving that knee up. 3, 2, and last one. And shake it out. Other side. Here is our supporting leg. Again, heart rate might be going up. That's why we did, as part of the warm-up, we kind of brought the heart rate up so that it wouldn't be a shock to the system when we added this stuff. Knee over ankle. Drive that knee down, drive that knee up. Down, drive, up. Stable, all through the hips, all through the ankles. Making sure when you're reaching up overhead, you are not bringing those shoulders up with you. That lift is coming from mobility. You can drop down, touch the floor if you want, but only if, to do so, you don't have to lean forward. 4 more here. 3. Here's 2. Last one. Drive it up and shake it out. All right. We are going to grab, if you want, a heavy weight. It could be the weight that you used for that kettlebell swing, or you can drop it down. I'm going to drop it down. We're going to do some shoulder work. It includes some mobility. It's called an around the world. So grab whatever weight you're going to use, and we're looking at that movement through the shoulder joint. So coming up right here. Step it out wide when we bring our arms up, which we're going to do, and bring our arms all the way around. Come to the center and reverse. Here's what I want you to think about. Shoulders stay down away from the ears. Core is engaged, and you are having a slight bend in your knees. So this movement is coming from shoulder mobility, and here's the other thing to watch that I see is the head. Did you see that? Moving in order to bring that weight around. Try to have that movement come from the shoulders and not adjusting the head to bring the weight around. So if you can't come all the way back like that, make it a little bit smaller movement. All right, we're going to do one more each side. And bring it back and release. Take that other weight. So I got my heavy weight. I'm going to lift up my other heavy weight, and I'm going to come into another set of biceps, just regular biceps this time. Toes forward, soft knees. So my legs are straight, just not locked. Bring the shoulders up, back, and down. Palms facing forward, and just do 2 count up and 2 count down. Blow your air out right there. So 2, 1, 2, down, 2. Here's what I want you to think about when you come to the top. Don't bring your arms or your hands all the way to the shoulders. Stop just before the shoulders so that you have a little tension in the biceps, all the way up and all the way down. Up, 2, down, 2. Up, 2, down, 2. Come to the center, hold it right here. Keep those elbows away from the waist and pulse it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, single. We got 8 singles right here. So now that we got a little fatigue, let's do one last push. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one right here. We're going to do our first set of triceps. So grab some tricep weights for overhead press. I'm going to grab my heavier of my weights since I'm going to do one-handed. We're going to bring our arms up, drop the shoulders down, bring the weight behind the head, elbows stay forward, and you're pushing up through the tricep. If that feels bad on your shoulders, you can do a straight tricep kickback, and we're going to do another set of triceps when it's time to get down onto the floor. What I want you to think about, wherever you are, if you're here, your elbows are pointing behind you. If you're here, your elbows are pointing in front. All right, so grab whatever weight you're going to do. Come into this wide stance. Toes are forward, knees are soft. Let's bring it up, drop the shoulders down. Let gravity bring that weight down behind the head. Triceps, push it up. Watch your lower back. So you're not arching at the back. Engage the core to support your lower back. Keep the elbows forward. And again, with that head and neck, it's really common for people to look down in order to get that space where they can drop down with that tricep push up. All right, this one is pretty heavy. Drop it down. We're right in the middle. We're gonna pulse it up, push straight up. If you need more support in the lower back, you can come into a split stance position. Just keep those elbows straight forward. Do you feel your triceps yet? Let's finish it out. 4, 3, 2, last one, and come out slowly. And release. Set that weight down. Let's grab a little bit of water, and we are gonna move on. We're gonna come down onto the floor. We got some planks, some rows. Wait, we're not coming down to the floor yet, but have that handy. Grab a heavy-ish weight. We're gonna do one set of rows standing, and then or one each side, one set each side. Then we're gonna do some rows in a plank. Looks like this. I'm gonna grab one of my heavier weights, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. The weight is in the hand, matching up with that back leg. Toes forward, hips forward, hinge. Hold this stable. This back heel stays down. That's part of the stability. Hinging forward, head and neck in alignment. Bring your arm down and drive the elbow back. So you're not rotating, you're just driving back. A lot of the work here is about stabilizing the hips and the lower back. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down and come back up to standing. Come to the other side. So we just do a small set on each side. We're going to do some rows with a plank down on the floor. Toes are forward, hips are squared, back heel down, arm comes down, head and neck in alignment, drive your elbow back. So we're not doing rotation, just drive right there. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. What I want you to notice, hopefully, if you do more of those at home, is when you're doing that kind of row, really with that heavier weight and the heel down and that hinge forward and everything engaged here at the core, you're doing a lot of hip and lower back stability. Now we're gonna come down. So I got my mat, and we're gonna do some side planks and some rows with extension. So I'm gonna grab, for my rows with extension, I'm gonna grab some my set of lighter weights, or actually not even my whole set, just one. So I'm gonna come first, and we're gonna do a few side planks. Let's set it up. Couple of options. You can be on your elbow, you can be up on your hands. Wherever you are, you have that shoulder and elbow lined up. If you're down here, you got that hand flat on the floor, and the shoulder is lined up with the elbow. If you're up here, same thing, shoulder lined up with the elbow. I'm gonna be down here to start. Stack the hips. You can have the bottom knee bent. You can be here, here's a side plank, and you can be lifting and lowering and working the obliques if you are just getting started. Otherwise, you can come up, and we're gonna actually lift the hips up and drop them down. You can have one leg out and one knee bent. You can have both legs out and lift and lower. You can add a hand coming up, so you decide what is that right position for you. We got 6, 5, 4, 3, really lifting through here, 2, and here comes our last one, right there, hold, and then go ahead and bring it down. We're gonna hit the other side. So all that same setup, I'm gonna go right into my setup, finding that right side plank for you. And the way that you protect your shoulders is by bringing the engagement into the hips and into the obliques. All right, let's lift it up and drop the hips down. Lift and down. We got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Hold and bring it down. All right, we are going to do a side plank with a row. So that's what this weight is for. This time I'm going to come up on my hands and hold up on the side. I'm just going to have one knee bent this time because I'm adding some rotation. So I got my weight handy. I'm coming up to the side and I'm going to lift and extend. Rotate down, rotate around and up and extend. Now I notice I need to change a little something. My hand's out a little further than I want it to be. So I'm going to bring it in, engage the abs. So you can stick with this. Rotate and row right there and extend. Here is the add-on. You can come to both feet. It's not going to work great with your feet stacked, but you can cross in front and row, lift, and bring it down. That's 4, 3, 2. Here's our last one, and bring it down. I need water. I get so dry in the studio. Let me grab a quick drink of water, you too. And we're gonna hit the other side. So you can do this, or you don't even need to do weights. If you are just getting started, you can keep the weight out of it. So what I did at the beginning is I set it up where I have one knee down, and I come down, add that rotation, extend up, rotate down, and extend up. If you want to add more, you come into that full side plank. 3. Blow your air out at the top. 2. Last one. Right there. See it through, bring it down, and release. All right, we are gonna flip it over into some Super Friends work facing down. So flip over onto your belly right here. We're gonna bring arms out, feet together, and hold here. So this is one of those times where you're gonna do a little bit of what I say and not everything I do, just because this mic gets a little bit in my way. But what you're gonna want is that head and neck in alignment, facing down. Your lift is gonna come all through here and through your abs engaging as you lift up. All right, here we go. We're gonna lift and lower. Let's do that again. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 3 more times. Lift, hold, lower it down. 2 more times. Lift, hold, lower it down. 1 more. Hold. Hold this here. Engage your abs and swim it out. We got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hands come here. Push back. Come into child's pose. Bring your forehead down to the floor, down to the mat. And release. All right, here we go. We're gonna flip it over again and do some bridges. So let's start in a regular bridge, basic bridge. Feet are flat on the floor, ankles, knees in line with the hips, and we're gonna bring it down. Again, my ponytail and this mic get a little bit in the way. So bring those feet in a little further in if you feel like you're too far out, like I was too far out until when I was coming down. making sure that those knees are in line with the hips. Hands can be flat on the floor. Take a breath in through the nose. As you breathe out, roll the pelvis forward, and then keep pushing up through the glutes and hold right here. You can stay right here, or you can bring your hands so that just the triceps are on the floor. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, last one, and bring it all the way down. All right, shake it out, bring your knees in. We're gonna come to some single leg bridges. So 1 foot down, 1 foot up. You can have your hands down to start, and again, you can bring all those progressions in, or if you're not ready for 1 leg up, keep both feet down and do a straight forward bridge. All right, 1 leg up. We're going to do that same push through using the glutes, and you can hold. Hands can be down, they can be here, or they can be here. Wherever you are, it's super stable. Hold, flex that upper foot, and lift right there. So squeezing all the way through the glute. 4, 3, 2, last one, and bring the hands down, bring the foot down, and roll everything down. Shake it out, bring your knees in, get a little release, and come back again. Feet are flat on the floor. Other foot comes up, hands can start down, they can be here. You know the drill. All right, we're gonna lift up and push and hold. So bring your hands wherever they need to be. Everything is stable, so you're gonna have to stabilize so that you don't drop down. Hold here, flex the foot, and lift, lower, lift. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Let's slowly come out. Bring the arms down, bring the foot down, and then come out of the bridge and release. All right, come all the way up. Bringing not all the way up, excuse me, bring your forehead to the knees as your knees come in. Come down and just rock side to side. We're going to do a little bit more abs. So stretch out your legs. Stretch your arms out. We're going to lift opposite hand to foot. Come back to the center and bring opposite hand to foot. If you prefer, you can have your knees coming in, or you can stay with your knees here and just alternate side to side. So you find that right alternating side to side for you, and we're going to do a set of 12. So 12, 11, keep it going. Now we're at 8. Blow your air out right there. Keep it going, you're so strong. 4 more. 4 more sets. We got 3, 2. Last one right there. And really stretch everything out. This time, think about the tips of your fingers reaching to one end of the room and your heels reaching to the other. It's okay if your back arches a little bit at this point during the stretch. And release. We're going to release the arms, bring them around beside you. Bring one leg in, bring the other leg in, and bring one leg up and push it up. So your knee can be bent or straight, but if your leg is straight, make sure the knee is not locked. And just hold right here, bring the hands behind the hamstrings. Take a breath in and pull in just a little bit as you release your breath. Again, we're doing a little bit of what I say, not I do, what I do because of my ponytail. So keeping that orange or grapefruit right here at the chin and chest. And then we're going to rotate at the ankle and reverse. And bring that foot down, bring the other foot up. Straight leg or bent. If it is a straight leg, there's a slight bend in the knee. Bring the hands behind the hamstring. Take a breath in through the nose. And as you release, breathe out. Just hold that there and then rotate at the ankle. And reverse. And release. One more time, bring the other knee in and bring your forehead up toward the knees. This helps us lengthen the lower spine. And come back to the center. Keep your hands at the shins and rock yourself side to side. Just giving your hips a little bit of a loosening up. And come back to the center. Bring the hands to the front of the knees and then stir the pot, so loosening up the hips. We did a lot of stuff with our hips today. Let's show them a little love. And reverse. And then come back to the center. We're going to come up to standing, however that works for you. So come all the way up to standing. I like to stop right here and stretch out the calves. You can join me here. And then coming up. So I'm just going to roll myself up. Head and neck is the last thing to come up. Step out, kind of wide stance position. And let's take a breath in through the nose as your arms come up and over. Stretch through the obliques, the sides of the body. We worked those obliques pretty good today. So reaching up overhead. Nice and slow, making sure that you have that slight bend in the knee. All right, we're going to hold this arm up here. Rotate forward. Come back to the center. Again, rotate forward. Back to the center one more time. Rotate forward. Drop this arm down and swoop across and bring the other arm up and over. So come up and over. Rotate forward and back up again. Forward. Back up again. Again, come up and then drop everything down. Just let your body come forward, reaching down toward the toes, down toward the floor. Knees straight or bent, you decide. Tuck the pelvis in, round the back, and slowly, one vertebra at a time, roll yourself up, the head and neck, rolling up too, and they are the last thing to come up. We're going to take one leg and step all the way around or straight behind and push your hip out. So just loosening up at the hip, at the IT band, at the hips, and release and come to the other side. So crossing around and push that hip out, releasing at the IT band, and release. We're going to open up the chest, come into your wide stance, thumbs are up. Rotate arms forward, then all the way through, and push behind. So you're opening up the chest, but you're also getting a little bit of a release at the biceps. Bring the arms through, fingertips down, palms straight forward, and release. If you want a little more, you can just give a little tension right there and release at the biceps. We're going to come up, elbows forward. Give yourself a pat on the back. I did run out of time for those floor triceps. We will hit those again another time. So what I want you to do though is in this position where your triceps are straight out, think about lifting the elbows back, not arching the back, just lifting up through the triceps and then coming forward and release. Bring the feet in a little more narrow so that your hips and ankles are in alignment, and nod your head no. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's come back to the center and nod yes. Bring your head and neck back to the center. Turn toward the right. Drop your chin down toward the right shoulder. Come to the center and roll up. Turn to the left. Drop the chin down. Come to the center and roll up. Let's do that one more each side. So getting that isolation through the head and neck, keeping the shoulders down away from the ears, and roll up. Let's reset the shoulders, bring them up, back, and down. Let's step out a little bit wider. We're going to stretch out the inner legs a little bit, come to one side. If you want a deeper stretch, you can walk out. And then we can come to the other side. Thinking about lengthening here, keeping this knee from going out on the other side of the ankle, but getting a deeper stretch by either coming down lower or stepping out wider. And then we're going to come back up, step it in. Let's take a big breath in. Good energy in and pushing out. Let's do that again. Good energy, and let's bring the hands together at the top, and always, always we thank our bodies for what they've done for us today. I thank you for working out with me. My name is Maureen. This has been Total Strength, and I hope to see you again next time. Have a great rest of your day.